Alright, so today we are going to design a simple seasonal greeting in Pixellab, right? A seasonal greeting flyer right here in Pixellab. So if you are interested in watching this particular tutorial, just stick to the end of this video and grab all the concepts for yourself step by step, right? So without much ado, let's jump straight into it, right? So we are going to use a template for this kind of flyer, right? So before we even start, let's just go to the the default page like this. So you just have to delete this text, and after that probably we change the color of our background to white. Okay, though we are going to import a background. Okay, I got a background from the internet, and probably I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can also go ahead and just download it, right? So let me go to import and select my Christmas background. Let me check my downloads quickly and pick it up for you guys. Okay, alright, so I got it right here. Let me pick it up. Good. So I just have to use the relative size to position it to fit into my working space like this, and after this I have to lock the layer, right? Pretty good, right? Now the next thing for me to do is to go ahead and enter the text and probably put in some images that I feel like putting onto the work, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do is to enter the name of the business, which is 𝑑𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃. So I'm going to put in first 𝑑𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃. Alright, and I'll make it capitalized, tap on OK. After that, I'll bring it down here like this, and I'll use a font, one default font for it. So let me check through the fonts and let me go to recent. So this is the font that I'm going to use. It's a default font, right? It's a default font in Pixellab. It's not an added font, right? So I'll tap on it and tap on OK, and after that probably I'll increase the size of the text a little bit just to make sure that I'm having something pretty much cool, right? So I think 78 is not bad, and I have to position it at the middle by using the relative position tool like this. Good. After this I'll make a copy of it, but before I even make a copy of it, let me just add some effects to it so that when we make a copy we can just proceed without having to do any other thing. So quickly I'm going to add this color to it, like dark green. Okay, and after that I'll tap on a check mark and I'll scroll down to stroke. I'll add a stroke to it, right? So I'll give it a white stroke. Okay, and I'll increase the size a little bit. And I'll tap on a check mark. After that I'll scroll down to shadow and add a shadow to it like this. So the shadow is now making the stroke to pop up. Good. So we are going to reduce the opacity of the shadow a little bit as well, and after that we come to the offset, which is the y-axis. We are going to push it down a little bit. We just want it to show, right? Shouldn't be that much hard, but it should be showing just lightly. Okay, and we have to reduce the opacity also a little bit because I don't want it to be showing that much over there, right? So I think this is pretty much cool as far as the stroke is still showing, because the stroke is white and the background too is white. We just have to make sure the stroke is showing. That's how come we are adding the shadow effect. I hope you understand now, right? So after this we can go ahead and make a copy of this text and edit it to scraps. So I'll enter the text scraps and I'll make it capitalized as well, then bring it down here and reduce the size just a little bit so that it fits perfectly under this 𝑑𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃. So I'm going to use the relative position tool here, position it like this, then push it to the top, right, by using the position tool. So I'll push it like this, and what I have to do now to make it look nice is tap on a layer icon, then bring the scraps under the 𝑑𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃, right? So this is how it's going to be. You can see that the shadow of the 𝑑𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃 is casting on the scraps. That is the effect we want to see, right? So after this, the next thing that we have to probably enter is the Christmas wishes message. That is the seasonal greeting, right? So we are going to enter that particular text, and I've already copied it, so I'll just go ahead and paste it here. Okay, So it's like wishes you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, right? So we have it here, and we have to use one nice font for it. And I downloaded the font from 𝑷𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃, I think yesterday. Yeah, so I'm going to search through and grab it. Okay, so I'm going to use this font, which is the White Dream. Okay, that's the name of the font. Okay, if you go to 𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃, you can search for it. It's White Dream. Okay, so that's the font that I'm going to use. And the alignment, I'm going to use the justified or the align center one. Yeah, this. Okay, and I'm going to change the color also to that of the dark green, because I want everything to be similar, right? And after this, I'll just have to reduce the size just a little bit. Okay, and position it at the middle, right? So this is what I'll be having right now. And there are some things that I need to input as well, things like the scrap and stuff, right? So I'll tap on a plus sign and tap on from gallery, and I'll pick those images. Okay, they are probably in my downloads folder, so I'm just going to pick them up right away. So let me pick them up. I have one here, and I'll have to reduce the size of it and place it down here. Let me make sure that it is well positioned at the middle, so let me use the relative position tool. And after that, I'm going to import another one. I'll probably use like 3 of them. Okay, and take note, you can use any other thing that I thought that you want to use for this particular aspect. Maybe you don't want to use the scraps or whatever. Maybe your client provided you with a different thing, or you're designing the seasonal greeting for a different thing altogether, so you can go ahead and use those things instead of the scraps, right? Okay, I'll just duplicate this and change the color of it. And to change the color, I'm going to use the filter tool, right? So color, I'll go to color filters, then play with this. All right, play with this and the saturation. Then when I say that I'm okay with it, I'll just bring it down like this, push it to the back. All right, so I'll go and tap onto back. After that, I'll go back to layers and make sure I bring it above the Christmas wish background like this. Okay, so I think this is okay for me. And what I have to do now is to enter a shape right here like this, change the color of the shape to dark green, reduce the size and bring it down like this. Okay, because we literally want to input a text on it. Okay, assuming your client wants you to add something like his or her contacts, you can add it on this particular background that you put over here. That is the essence of adding the background over here. Now if you can see something, you can see that the part of the text, that is the wishes, is on the scraps, and we don't want that. So what we are going to do is to push all the text up. So to push all the text up, we have to come and select all the text. Okay, so we select this, we select this as well. Then after that, we tap on this editing button, then we tap on the move tool and we move this stuff above, right? This is pretty cool, right? So after this, we can now go ahead and enter our telephone number or whatsoever that we are supposed to enter as a mode of contact. So let's assume I'm just going to enter some random number. Apparently I'm not going to enter the full number. Okay, so let me just put something over here like this. Okay, I'm assuming this is the number. Okay, let me add maybe another number to it. Okay, I'm doing this because I'm adding another number because I want you to see some effect, right? I want you to see some kind of effect showing over here, right? Okay, so for this particular test, we are going to use a font called Montserrat. It's a popular font. I hope by now you all already know it, right? Montserrat Bold. Okay, this is not bad. Montserrat Bold, this one is not bad. And we have to change the color to white, guys. We have to change the color to white to get a nice contrast when we put it on a green background. So after this, we have to reduce the size of it. Guys, reducing size of text is very important when it comes to designing. Most people don't tell you this. Okay, it's something that you need to take note of. It's not every design that you need to have the size to be big. You have to size your text on your work to the extent that when people see it, they'll be guided. They'll be guided on what to do and what not to do. I hope you get that. Let me just add 1x to this. Okay, so I think I'm okay over here. So guys, this is how to design this simple, it is very simple. I hope you all understand this. In case there's something you don't really understand, just let me know in the comments and I'm ready to attend to you, right? And please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, then turn on the notification so that each and every time I upload a single video, you will receive notification. You'll probably be the first person to see the video before others will get to see, right? So go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and turn on notification, guys. Don't forget to join my Telegram channel. The link is in the video description, right? So I hope to see you in the next one.